Obedience. When they could not make kings, they adopted Peter Obi that they can push around. I don't understand. Who told you they are pushing Peter Obi around? Awosanya. Activists and social commentators. We have too many activists and commentators that we don't even know. Everybody na commentator and activist, popularly known as Egalink, has claimed that the Obedient movement rallied behind former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi because they saw him as a figure they could influence, insisting that his perception of the former Anambra State governor has changed over time. Also made the remark during an interview on Vanguard News TV on Monday, 6th of July 2026, while discussing the emergence of the Obedience movement and its impact on Nigeria's political space. He noted that although he had previously described Obi as a competent leader, developments within the movement had caused him to reassess that position. Now, according to the activist, his earlier comments about Obi were based on what he believed were the former governor's leadership credentials. However, he argued that the dynamics surrounding the Obedience movement eventually altered his opinion. Good for you. Speaking during the interview, Awosanya said when they could not make kings, they adopted Peter Obi as somebody they can control, somebody they can push around, who has a voice out there. He alleged that certain elements within the movement embraced Obi not solely because of his political ideals, but because they considered him a suitable public figure through whom they could project their agenda. Awosanya argued that these developments influenced the direction of the movement and contributed to his decision to distance himself from his previous assessment of the former Labour Party presidential candidate. The activist further suggested that the political movement should be driven by principles and national interests, rather than by individuals or groups seeking to wield influence through popular figures. He maintained that leadership should remain independent and focused on serving the broader public. As someone says, you can see the way Obi dey rise and wash plates in the party. Don't mind him. Discussing with a mad person, all because he intended to satisfy the Obingos. Now, Nasabi. Annie Fodile says, which society? Do you even care about the society? You guys have abandoned the innocent children and their teachers held by kidnappers. All you know how to do is to scam, like Bajabiamila. That one. Ignacio says, this dwarf, I beg, shut up. Harrison says, where Tinubu and Atiku are better than PO is what I'm not saying. Tinubu was busy looting Lagos State and took over People's State and refused anyone else coming close. Ibadan is the headquarters of Yoruba. He ran from there. Atiku was looting in customs and under OBJ. Where did PO loot? Nowhere. Of course, if he has looted, you think they would have allowed him to be like this? They would have arrested him since now. You see the way they've been looking for allegations against him. They can't find any. Instead, he built his own. When it comes to thinking about development, where did they match him? I think Nigerians are wise. Blackie says, matured, senseless fool. Oga says, Yorubas with their deceptive lifestyle, the most corrupted, idiotic set of uselessness tribe. Okay now. Hey, Wahala. Governor Austin says, Obi has become national headache for all the criminals. Although, Obi gave me his medicine for criminal animals. Okay. Victor Amazi says, are you alright at all? Where did the name emanate from? You should make inquiry or research before putting out certain things in the media space. Achigozi says, a full-bodied non-entity without address. He no get address. Hey, it is well. Mugu 99. Anima says, you better distance yourself really good from Obedience because you could be a paid agent the way you are sounding before, is it not? All those imbibers of Euro beer, street urchins, ill-mannered and ill-bred called Obedience movement or whatever will soon declare as a terrorist group. Why would you declare them as a terrorist group? Because they have become menaces and miscreants to the society. I beg, shut up your dirty mouth. Man, they are becoming a terrorist. I beg, go and sit down. You hear this, me. John Ekbo says, who are you pushing around by yourself right now? Don't mind him. I say any day this can stop making headlines with Obi's name, Nigeria go break. No be small thing. Prince Adeyemi and Femo are trending now. Allow PO some space. Everybody is using Peter Obi's name to trend now. Before, it is well. Wilson says those Obedience movement members using PO to achieve their aim What's that their aim? Since you had earlier supported PA based on his track record as governor of Anambra State, why then did you pull out from his support? And who are you supporting now? And you know, go tell us that one now. But we already know. Probably he is looking for appointments. Activists, they quit the entire person now. Exactly, that's why Obasanjo they back him. David Enemo says, you don't have address. I will sue you. Sorry. Should be your first name. He doesn't have address. Taiwo says, some people are just betrayal in nature. Egegesi says, but can't these people see that Peter B is the very light God has chosen to turn Nigeria around for good? They can't see it now. Or they are blind. The entire nation is in a mess, complete mess. A messiah in the person of Peter B is needed right now. Victoria says, a hungry devil and a bigot, but you like what is happening in Nigeria under a brother who made himself king and lord over Nigeria. Nonsense. Don't mind him. Kelo said, oh my, this is the height of hypocrisy and psychophancy. Just where exactly did you rally behind it, but whoever it is, you will not succeed. Augustus said, you think it's everyone that pushes their king around, like you infidels. Don't mind him. They'll be pushing him around. That, like what? Is he a toy? Papa always says, Awosanya, the man doesn't matter. The man that doesn't matter and his inconsequential opinion about Obi. Awosanya is a lay about. Obedient and village boys, please ignore him. He's out of tune. You have already ignored himself. Timlo says, now wow, Nariwa. I beg, educated fool, who is your king? Mumu. I beg. Listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.